Hello. We all want, we all parents want our kids to be responsible, independent, and resilient, isn't it? Now, do we really understand how to make them responsible or independent? Well, this is what we are going to see today. I'm going to give 10 tips on how to build your children's responsibility or make them responsible and make them independent. What little things to do in order for them to feel accomplished, to feel responsible for their own actions. Now, my name is Apurva Tari Agwadkar. I am a parenting lifestyle coach and I am on a mission to help 1 million parents build a vision for their children and hence empower their relationship with them. Now, let's get started and then let me share my screen and let's look at top 10 tips to raise responsible and independent kids. Okay, now let me just hide this. So, why do we need responsible kids or why do we need independent kids? So, obvious, we need good citizens. We need to build a breed of new generation which who are really understanding what their role as a citizen is, isn't it? They have to be independent. They have to be law abiding citizens, isn't it? Now, let's dive into top 10 tips for making our children responsible. Now, the very first thing which I would like to share with all the parents is that if you want your children to be responsible, give them to them. Give it to them. Give them that responsibility of doing some chore or doing something. But do not expect perfection from them. If they make some mistakes or if they make some fumbles, that is absolutely okay because they are learning to, be responsible. So give it to them. Give the responsibility. I've seen so many parents, so many of my clients, they would just, say that he won't be able to do it. So I'm not, trusting him on that. So that is a mindset that we need to change. Okay. The second is believe in them. Now, if you want your child to be responsible, you need to first show that faith, show that trust on them that you will be able to do it. You need to say that to your child that, it's very much easy and you'll be able to easily do it. You'll be easily able to accomplish what you have started. Now, that is something which will motivate them to do it and to be responsible for it. Okay. The next is give them household chores. Now, I cannot emphasize on this more because giving our children household chores, they become autonomous, they become responsible, and they also learn team efforts, right? They know how to work in teams. Now, my child really loves doing utensils with me, and I just love it with doing it with her. So, what I do, I give little utensils or little spoons to her to just, clean it up and give it to me. So that kind of builds her autonomy, and she's also building her confidence through it. And she's getting that responsibility. So every now and then, like every morning when she wakes up, she asks me, when are we going to do utensils? So that is kind of the thought process that we trigger in them when we ask them or when we give them certain household chores. Okay. The next is let them lead. Now, I've seen many parents, they just interfere with the child's progress. Now, whenever you see your child struggling, so I have seen many parents just dive into or swoop in to help our child their children to complete the process when the parents see the child is struggling. So that's what we need to get back. We need to relax, and we need to analyze that if this action of mine is really going to help my kid develop autonomy. Okay, so let them lead, let them do whatever it takes for them to complete that task. Okay, the next is do not nag. Now, I have seen so many parents, nagging their children for some kind of task that they have to do. Now, what exactly happens when we nag? When we nag to our children, the children feel pressurized. And when they feel pressurized, they kind of retreat from the kind of motivation that we want to give, but they kind of retreat from that particular task, and they're not willing to do it anymore. So that's the kind of effect that nagging has. So do not nag. The next is teach to inspire, not to lecture. Now, I have also written this in my book, but teaching to inspire, it is very difficult to inspire, but it is very easy to lecture our child for anything. So just keep this in mind whenever you are talking to your child, whether you are inspiring your child or whether you are lecturing your child, and see what responses do you get from your child. If you get some boring responses, that means probably you're lecturing your child. Okay. Now, let them deal with their struggles. Now, I have already covered this when I said that let them lead, but you need to let them deal with their struggles, and only and only if they want our help, you can get in. Now, you can always tell your child that you're doing this task, you can do it all alone, but still, if you need my assistance, you can come to me and I'll help you with that. I'll help you achieve that task. Okay, this is something which you can do. Okay, but don't swoop in and right away and do that task for your child. That will straight away take away their learnings. Okay. The next is let them make independent choices. Now, once you have certain tasks in mind which you are going to allot them, let them make how they want to do it. Let them make those choices. Now, if you are dictating on every little thing to your child, then probably he will not be taking responsibility for that action or for that task, right? So let them make independent choices. The next to last is ask open-ended questions. Now, you have given a task to your child, suppose, and the child somehow fails to do that task or complete that task, and probably he did some mistake in it. Instead of lecturing, instead of telling them that you have not done this right or instilling some wrong values, ask open-ended questions like, what do you think should you have done in this case, which would have made you accomplish that task? What differently could you have done this task? How differently could you have done this task to accomplish it? So these are the open-ended questions that we need to ask our children in order to get their curiosity working, to nurture their curiosity, and which will lead them to take the responsibility next time doing it differently, right? So that is a very important point which we all parents need to understand. And the last one is teach them cause and effect. Now, for example, the car runs only when the petrol is or diesel is put inside the car, right? So that is like a cause and effect. If the bicycle is not working, we need to oil the chains of the bicycle, right? That is the cause and effect that we need to teach our child. Now, once you have given a task, or once the child has completed it, you can actually have a discussion about this cause and effect and help your child understand how things work, right? And that's about it. These are the 10 tips which I can give for making your child responsible and independent kids. Now, if this is something which you find really interesting and which you find really helpful and valuable, do like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe my video for more videos. Now, I would like to ask you, if you have some key takeaways from this particular video, do share it with me in the chat box. If you want to have more updates on what about my programs or anything, you can just connect with me. I'm going to give my connection links right below, and then you can get connected with me. Thank you so much. I would love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye bye.